Good afternoon, my lovelies, and good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hello, if you are new, there's a few newbies. This is a live stream, so there is a live chat. Usually takes a day to render, but we are here. Hiya, Leslie. Yes, I am a bit earlier at the moment, just because Andrew will be changing around a little bit, and I want to be, you know, there when he gets home and not leaving it hours and hours and hours. The lighting's going to be a little bit all over the place for a minute, because one minute the sun's going in, the next minute it's not, but we'll sort it out. Hello Robin, hello Molly, hello everyone. How are you all doing? Is your pictures all okay? You might sound all alright. If you hear me say that and you're watching this back, it is just to make sure. Hiya Melody, hi Joanna. So yes, today is a little bit earlier. Hiya Ashley. Hi Emma. Ah, so nice. So we are going to be continuing in Momo. I've tried to catch up a little bit, but to be quite honest, I haven't had much time over the last 2 days since I last streamed. But I'll show you where I'm at. And so I've managed. Oh my god, the lighting. I'll shut the blind. Hello Pamela. Hello Mary. So I have started this. Mary's done this. I haven't finished the cloak. I'm going to focus on this one page first, then I'll come over here. But I haven't done all the highlights or anything yet. I've literally just done the blue moon that we were using. So all the pencil colours in the Black Widows. Whoa, Shannon! Good morning, Christian, good morning. So I have started doing the cloak, but we've got quite a bit to do today. We are early today, we're early. And I thought, I've been dying to open this since it came this morning, but I'm going to do that with you. And I did cheat, I did look at these. I also got these yesterday. So this is the Clara Markova part, I think it's, yeah, 32 postcards. That's okay, Melody, I know, honey, you lurk away. Hello, Tracy, good morning. And then this is the Mystic Art Mirrors, but I'm going to open it with you. So I'll give it like 2-3 minutes, and we'll open these first. And that's it for well, I say that's it. I've still got two things on the way. So the new is it Luna from Mariola Trollet, and the gold corn, is that what it's called? From Bockus.com. Yeah, I said, bless Andrew. I said the other night, Andrew! He just goes along with it, doesn't he? He's just like, oh, okay, what do you need? But I said to him that's the last, I think, this year, because we've got a really, I keep saying about it, but the wedding, I've got to knuckle down with wedding stuff, and that will not be until, not next year now, because of the COVID situation. So it'll be the following year, but, you know, I still need to start planning it from next year. It takes a year. Good morning, most of you in the US. Okay, I'm going to give it another minute, and then I'll start. So yes, do you want to hear what happened to me this morning, guys? So it'll make your day better. It'll make you feel better about yourself. So I'm fine, by the way, before you go, oh no, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. So this morning I woke up at 5 AM and Andrew had to drop him off. So I wake myself up with a cup of tea, bought me a cup of tea. I'm sitting there, I've got my, yeah, well, Mary, my first cup of tea didn't go quite according to plan. So I did this via her Etsy store, Joanna. I'll put the link in the description after the stream. So he gave me this molten lava cup of tea, and I mean like hot. You know, your first cup of tea of the day, anyone like it? They need it super hot. So that was how that went. Sitting there trying to adjust my eyes and put the news on. I'm watching the America Decide section on the news. You know what you do in the morning. And my hand, so I got, this is my cup. My hand for some reason just didn't grip, and the cup was full. It was so hot, and I had literally threw a whole entire cup of tea over myself this morning. Molten lava stripped my clothes off there and then, because it went all over me. And yeah, that was how my day started. So mishap morning should make you feel better about how your day goes today. Morning everyone. Hiya, Nana. Afternoon. So that was the story of my mishap. I'm fine, by the way. I'm fine. Hiya, Mum. I'm fine. I just went. I didn't even swear. That was like, I just went, oh my God, and I stripped everything off. Andrew said, what are you doing? I said, my whole cup of tea went over me and I'm so hot. I shoved it all in the washing machine when I got home. So yeah, that was my morning. How was yours? Okay, so you've probably seen this a million times by now. Everyone's doing flip throughs of them, but I'm going to give you a quick flip anyway, because some of you might not have. There are the off chance that you might not have. So this is they're colouring postcards by Clara Markova. So they're not with the book. You can buy them as well as the book, but they don't come with the book. They come separately. Hold on. So this is the book and these are the postcards. They were released at the exact same time, but they're two separate projects. I know, Leslie, and he didn't even do anything about it. He just stood there looking at me like I was crazy. Fairy Touch of Magic is so totally different. Hi, Tanya. Good morning. And this is separate. So the downside is it does double your shipping. So it is quite pricey to buy the both together. Hence why one was bought by me, one was bought by Andrew. So we did it that way. It's a way to cut corners. If you got your other half that's around, or, you know, do it in two separate if you wanted to. You don't have to do the two together because it can come quite pricey. These next three items, so this one, and this one, are a bit pricey. They're not your usual Create Space papers. That's how I'm going to say it. They're not Create Space. So you're going to get what you pay for. So these are 32 postcards. So inside, they're called I Believe in Fairies. I don't know if you can see that. Good morning, everyone. I know a lot of you it's morning. Melody's like way in the future. Bless her. And we're at, oh, so is no. Leslie's way in the future. She's even more. Okay, so this is printed in the Czech Republic. Okay, so they're just like, doesn't say anything, just like little information in there about the printing. Nothing about the postcards. I thought it might have a story. That's okay, go to lurk mode. I love my lurkers just as much. So the front one, I believe, was coloured by Clara herself, I would believe. Okay, so she's put on here, if you don't mind me reading this. I'm placing a piece of my heart in your hands with love. This small magical pink box holds a magic treasure. 32 colouring postcards of my fairy world. Each of these pictures carries a beautiful message full of love and tenderness. Thank you for spreading this message with me and showing the world a bit of magical realm beyond this human world. We all need that right now. Every postcard you send, every pack of these postcards you give as a present will help bring more smiles and joy to the faces of those who receive them. Of course you can keep them, you don't have to send them. Hello, Connie! You're sending love and happiness in their purest form. At the same time, you will delight elves and fairies and all the magical creatures that you will find in this pack of postcards. So please come over with me to the imaginary bridge between these two worlds and immerse yourself in peace and quiet, full of colours. I live in a world full of magic surrounded by fairies and elves, and I'm happy that you can be there with me. I love the evenings when I greet magic cats and cute little bats who carry apples to the fire and cauldron full of sweet caramel where they roast them with the little witches and end such a beautiful day in the world of joyful dance. Hello, Becky! I weave garlands with fairies who awaken spring flowers, and I enjoy amazing magical blueberries and unicorns. And in winter we celebrate with little gingerbreads, whose hearts are so huge and full of love that just looking at them warms your soul. In a soft melody of lullabies, magic mice wish you a good night full of the scent of freshly prepared Christmas punch. In a small clearing under a rose bush full of gorgeous wild roses, where the butterflies lie down to sleep, this is where the small magic box full of love and tenderness can be found. Okay, so there's quite a story to this. Hello, Heather. Thank you. Anyone I missed? I don't think so. Okay, so we get into the postcards now. They are on a cardstock. They're off-white. They are so cute, Mary. You need them. Hi, Suze. They are, I'd say, about like a 250 gram. I wouldn't say they're 300 because they're not like watercolor card as thick, but they are like a I'd say like 200, 250. I'd say 250. Can you hear that? They are super, super thick. Okay, so we go through a world of magic and elves and fairies and gingerbreads and witches and bats. They are so, so cute. So I think they go quite seasonal, if I'd say, if I go as far as saying that. I think they go through seasons. Some of them can be depicted into like Christmas or spring. That's definitely a spring one. Hello, Kenny. They're just so cute. That's your front cover one. You can take inspiration from that, or you can do your own colour palette. Yeah, I've changed my time, just FYI, just for a couple of weeks until Andrew's got a new routine. Because he's training and he passed. So for that, I didn't really say much about it before because, well, we don't, do we? Because it was not something that we want to talk about. But Andrew completely went out of work for 7 months, nothing. And he has been self-employed more or less our entire relationship, so 16 years. First a driving instructor and then a black cab driver, which you have to train really hard for. So he's had his own businesses for 2 careers. And this pandemic absolutely killed, aren't they cute, the taxi trade, like the black cab trade. They're not an Uber driver or mini cab, they are black cabs. And it killed it, just dead in the water, and their expenses were more than what they were earning, hence them being in the red 24/7. So he had to admit defeat, sell up his cab, give up his license in a way, and say, well, what am I going to do? So he, being the man that he is, he's always been a provider, always been a provider. Plus, you know, we've got a house and life. He's been training as a bus driver, and he's always done driving jobs. It's not going to be forever. He can hopefully get back to self-employed when the world's in a bit of a better state, but it's going to be something that at least he can focus on. And he is very much a providing man. 7 months out of work was quite a down time for him. Men in general in this pandemic just look after them. You know, they do suffer with depression, they just don't say it. A lot of men who provide, when they lose their livelihood, can go into a depression, so just be very aware of that. And he had been hit hard, 7 months of it. So now he's pre-trained, he passed all his exams yesterday, so he's officially now a bus driver. However, he won't be on the road just yet, he's still training, but he's passed all the exams and he's now employed by them. Hello Emily, good morning. So just yeah, I didn't want to say too much during the pandemic because we were trying to lift everyone's spirits and not be worrying about that. But yeah, you've got to look after them. You've got to make sure that they're okay. Don't get me wrong, he loved being at home with us, but it was also that thing is, what are we going to do? Hiya, Debbie. But a lot of us have been affected by this one way or another, and that's why we had to just focus on the good side. So we focused on spending time together. Okay, so that was the postcards. Okay, as I said, I'm not going to worry about me. But that was just a little what was going on. Ah, no, that's so, bless him. It is expensive. Ah, thank you, Marilyn. Yeah, you know, we've all been hit some way or another, so that's why we've got to go forward. Okay, then we have, and I've not opened this yet, so you'll get my reaction. But yes, we've got to keep everyone's spirits up this year, so that's what we intend on doing. Okay, so this is a new book, by the way. Is it Ocean Dreams? Yeah. So in with this we have you did, Kenny. We have the Mystic Art Mirrors. Sorry about Chip, he's got to have his say. And then we've got a couple of, oh, Chip, Monkey, come here. Yep, it is. So that's why I didn't say anything, because I'm not the only one. That's why I say you're in it together. hence why I don't talk about it. Okay, then we have Alice. Oh, sorry about the glare, guys. Let's try and do that without a glare. This one. And this one. I really love them all. I'm keeping these. They're gorgeous. And then we get into the book. They come in at the signature envelope that she always gives. But yeah, they're cute. Okay, so let's put those back. I love these. You can put them in frames if you like them that much. Okay, I'm going to butcher this. I do it every time. I try to save this and it never quite works out. Okay. So if you've had a Mystic Art Mirrors book, you'll know the quality is superb. It's like a thick card and it really takes media well, like all your media. And the PDF was like £16. Whoopsie. And the actual book was 18. But what bumps it up to quite a large amount is the shipping, which was an extra £9. But in with your £9 shipping, you do get the extras that you wouldn't get if you had a PDF, plus you have the physical book. So I think it's worth it. It's only £2 or $2 more, plus it's signed. The quality is thick, sort of cardstock. And as I said, it takes on so much media. Hi, Kirsty. Kirsty's got a full flip through on her channel. I did see that you put that up. I think we got ours a day apart, but I do love this one. It's my actual favourite. And one thing I'll tell you now, if you were like me and you were a bit freaked out by no eyes, Kenny, yeah, I prefer a heart, but I do also like to have a PDF, but it depends. These ones all have eyes. They all have eyes. And that was one thing that I was like, not quite sure on some of the others because I had to draw them in. They've also got these like bokeh-ish background on these ones. And I just love how cute it is with the sweet little creatures that you've got in them as well. But if you... Hello, Helly. Good afternoon. It's so beautiful. Sorry about the glare. I'm going to shut the blind in a moment. I know, Debbie. That's what I said. This community has been a lifesaver. She's got a ship on her head. I'm so sorry about this glare, but you can buy this in PDF form as well. So if you're not keen on getting a book or you don't want to pay the shipping, you can get a PDF in this. But it is amazing, and she's got such a unique style. It's like a surrealism style, so you can kind of like put quite a lot of media to this. You have to just break it down a bit, but you can get in there. But they are beautiful, and if you get inspiration from her, you can go on her colour palettes as well. She does a lot of like blues and golds. She does watercolour, she does oils, she does paint, she does all paint. Hello, Helen. But it is a stunning book, and I would say if you want and you're willing to pay that extra bit for shipping, the actual physical product is only £2, $2 extra. Yeah, that one's gorgeous. This one I think is just even more because it's got some background bits as well. So it gives you something to go off of. And I like that sort of bubblish style, because if you look at these, I'm going to try and do this without a glare. Can you see all the sort of bubbles in the background, how she's done it? Well, she's kind of giving you a head start on that in this as well. So she's put all these bubbles in, and you can actually wipe the lines out after. Yeah, I will do, Suzanne. I'll go back to the minute in a minute. Hello, display. But it is beautiful. I love this one. It's like King Triton in a female. But it's like you could do her part Ariel, part Triton. And as I said, I'll put all the links in the description after the stream. This one is your postcard picture, so you could totally use that as inspo. Love this one. And this one. It's stunning, isn't it? There's so much going on in these pictures. I think I did, Kirsty. Yeah, I think it was the exact same ones. And that is the end of the book. So the book is called Ocean Dreams. And if you go, it is by Mystic Art Mirrors. It's Christian Glorious Ink, but her shop on Etsy is Mystic Art Mirrors. So you can get it in both a PDF format or you can get it in the book format. Okay, so that was the two new things that came today. So that, well, this one came yesterday. And this one's Clara Markova. I'll put the link in after the stream. And then this one is Ocean Dreams by Mystic Art Mirrors. So they are both new releases. If you wanted to get yourself something for Christmas, I'd say get it now, just in case things change in the world again and all the postage is up in the air. So just bear that in mind when you're ordering stuff at the moment. Give it that little bit extra time to get to you. Okay, so we're going to pick up where we left off. We was using Black Widows and we were doing this one. Now I have done a little bit extra on the cloak to get ahead, otherwise it was just going to be such a long time of watching me colour cloth, which could have been quite mundane over and monotonous over and over. So we're going to move on a little bit from that. But I did leave all the highlights to do, and I also still need to do stuff. Now, I'm debating with myself whether to do it as a double page or a single page for myself. Just debating. But either way, we're going to have to do this big hook. So we're going to have a little think about that. Just because I'm trying to get as much done with you guys as possible in the shortest space of time, but in still up to, you know, how I'm happy to do it. What's the name of the book? It is Momo Girls with Poem. I've put the link in the description for this already, plus the colours that we've used. Suze, can I show everyone your Wolfie? So you know I was doing the wolf, I've still got to do the trees on it. Suze sent me her picture, and if she's okay with me showing you, she's finished Wolfie. And she did an amazing job, as did Wilson, and if Wilson comes in I want to ask her if I could show hers as well. Okay, so Suze did Wolfie, she did a black background, which is what I'm going to opt for in the end, I think, just because I messed up my red, although Wilson did the red and it looked amazing. Okay, so Suze followed Wolfie and Suze finished Wolfie. Let me show you. So you know we were doing that on stream. She's finished her version and it looks amazing, by the way. And that was just glorious to see. I'm just blown away by everyone. I'm like, wow. I get humbled by anyone following me anyway. Because I'm just like, oh my gosh, of all the colourists to follow. Right, let me just go and sort that blind out. And I'll be right back. I know she did an amazing job. There's still going to be a little bit of light, but I've blocked most of it out. Right, he's amazing. Okay, so we were using a couple of colours in the Black Widows. We were using the Zephyr Blue, which is Black Widow 59. We were using Blue Moon, which was the Monarchs, and that was number 42. And we also used some Blue Heaven, which was the Scorpion, and that was number 51. And still haven't done the highlight. So all I've done when I've gone away, like I was saying to you, and Mary's done this one, bless her. Let me show you. Mary, can I show your one? Oh, I want to see your pink wolf. So Mary also, she didn't follow it to how I did it, but I gave her inspiration, which I thought was sweet. I always find it mind-blowing when people just show me what they've done. So, I'll show you Mary's that she did the other day. She's done it. And she finished it on the same night because she's speedy fingers. Okay. thank you. I always get permission first. So Mary's finished hers. Oh my gosh, my lighting. There you go. And she took inspiration with the blue cloak and his jacket. And she's done her amazing version. So I'm going to continue on this. But I'm going to go back down to his clothing, dear. Okay, and what we were using for his coat was cinnamon, mahogany, dark tan, and foxy brown, and flat black. Okay, so we're going to do that. I was so happy when to see your work. I'm just like, wow. Always so happy to see it. As I said, genuinely, I get blown away that you would even consider it. So thank you. And that goes to anyone that takes either inspiration or follows it. Okay, so we need foxy brown and dark tan. Hello, Pickle. Yeah, this is right up your alley, this one. Hello, Charlotte, Nana. Flat black. Where's my flat black? Midnight, I can get in there as well. Okay, and mahogany. And we're just going to continue on that for a little bit. Just finish off his clothing. I am a bit, my words are finding it very hard to escape my mouth in the right way that they're supposed to today, so bear with me. So I'm going to be streaming till sort of 3:30 at latest my time, so like another 2 hours. Alright, Ashley, I find it so funny. Ashley's at work and she's on the stream. It's a good way to pass the time. Oh, bless you. Thank you. As I say, still humbles me. We'll never get over it. Okay, so we're going to continue a little bit on this. So what did I do? I did mahogany, didn't I? So I'm going to go for a bit darker. But how's your days been? Have you bought yourself anything for Christmas coming up? As I said, I would just bear that in mind with the shipping and second lockdowns and most of Europe if you're ordering the stuff from Clara Markova's store. Just bear that in mind because things are taking that little bit longer again, and all but essential travel, you know, we've been through this, so we know what to expect now. So if you usually wait for something for 2 weeks, it'll probably be 3 weeks if you leave it too late. If you normally wait for something for a couple of days, it might take a week, etc. Just give some extra time if you're going to order in time for Christmas, or if you're ordering a friend a gift, or, you know, anything. So, oh, you never, did you? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you got to show that on your channel, Kirsty. I watched Claire's one. I've still got some bits to catch up on YouTube. I'm letting Shannon, the team down, Shannon and Kenny, with Rain, that Netflix show. I've only watched one. I'm so sorry. I really haven't had much time, genuinely, over the last couple of days. And I sent Mum a picture before I came on and I said, Mum, I've been really naughty. I haven't actually eaten my dinners for 2 days. And I sent her a picture of my 2 plates in the fridge. One was Sunday night's dinner, one was Monday night's dinner. I've not touched them. Oh, nice. So we can maybe expect an upload today or tomorrow, hint hint. Okay, so we're just putting the mahogany down. So remember, I usually work light to dark on most things, but when it's grayscale, I like to block in my dark first. So I generally get the darkest colour to start. So I'm using mahogany. If you want, don't worry, I'll put everything in the description. It's already there. Whoops. Oh, you did. Kenny, you're ahead. I know. The shame. I'm so sorry. I'm letting the team down. But to be fair, I'm not usually one for historical, fictional programs at all. But it does look quite good. So I'm going to give it a few episodes. And then if I don't, you can honestly bash me with your spanner stick. I know. Do you want to see? I swear on my life, 2 nights in a row, I have not eaten my dinner. I sent Mum, hold on. Can you see my plates? There's 1 dinner, there's 2 dinners. I've not and that's nearly all vegetables, that one. I've not touched them. I have not eaten, and I haven't even eaten today. I'm terrible. I've like munched a couple of little rice cakes. I've just not been hungry. Is anyone else feeling like that? And come on, who else is finding it extremely hard to concentrate on anything other than 5 minutes? I've got an attention span of a fish at the moment, and I was listening to the radio this morning when it was a phone in when I was on my way back, and everyone's feeling the same. It's like, what is happening? My brain can't focus. You the same, Shah? You're the same. I know. Tonya, don't faint. Don't faint. It's there for you. I saved it for you, you see. Okay. Yeah, I'm terrible. At the moment, all I want to do is drink tea. Terrible. I'm terrible. Yeah, but you both are beautifully slim and gorgeous, and yeah. Half the time, I've only got to look at food, it goes on my hips. That doesn't matter, Suzanne, honestly, I would be sick if I ate it. I'm at that stage. And, yeah. Yeah, my attention span is blah. Anyone else like it? Do you all feel like it? Who's in Christmas mode yet? 1st of November came. We allowed to mention the C word now? I think so. Yeah, me too, Becky. Although in the morning it's the first thing I do, which I shouldn't feed my brain with, but you know, we all get our first cup of coffee or tea of the day, and we switch on, don't we, of the news, and we have a look at what's been happening in the world, and we feed our brain first thing in the morning. And I've decided not to try and do that, but it doesn't quite work out that way. Yeah, Nana, my sleeping's fine. It's just my brain can't concentrate at the moment. And I know a lot of people are, you know, been saying the exact same things, and that's why I wanted to just quickly, you know, talk about it. We can all relate to each other. It's kind of like a bit of a talk show, chat show type of thing. You know, that's what live streams are for, to hang out and talk like you would with a friend. Go and pick the little munchkins up. Have a good day, Kirsty. Thanks for popping by, hun. But saying that, I am so inspired by everyone's pictures at the moment, and I need to feed my brain more with the hobby. And I realised I was detaching myself away from it because just from lack of concentration. It's nothing else. So I've decided to make myself even just do 5 minutes. If that's what my attention span's going to, you know, fall in the category of 5 minutes, I'm going to do 5 minutes. I started to swatch out in that Ruby Charms as well, so that's given me something to focus on. So I've decided that that is the way forward. We're coming up to winter, we stay in a little bit more, and it gives you something to look forward to. Oh dear. Yeah, it's I think we all need that's why the community's been quite a good thing for most of us, and I say that, you know, not trying to be cheesy, but it really genuinely has. It's been a lifesaver for a lot of us. When you're at home, you know, you still need to be social, and it's been like an outlet for a lot of people. So even if you are someone that watches these back and you're not talking to someone, you're joining in the chat by watching the chat back. And also, you know, on the flip side of it, there are a lot of people that don't like the live streams because they find them quite off-putting listening to the chat. So it does work in both ways. It swings and roundabouts. But I do believe that having something to listen to is also a good thing. I know I listen to things back. I know I watch live streams back, and I might answer out loud and talk to it out loud like I would if I was there. Sometimes I don't watch some of them back just because there's too many of them and I can't catch up on them all. It's physically impossible. You know, I'm not online that much, believe it or not. People think that you might be. I'm genuinely not online that much. And that is because I find that I have to sort of make some time for myself as well. It's just like, you know, you've got a balance, isn't it? It's balance for everyone. Okay, so that was Mahogany. Then I went to, it was Foxy Brown next, wasn't it? So we're going to darken this up a little bit. Once we've put the colours down. Okay, so we're going to go for some Foxy Brown. And that's going to branch out from the Mahogany. At the moment, we need to go in a second round just with blending out and darkening up. But we're just laying in the colours. I usually go down light. Oh, Shannon, Andrew will tell you. So if you haven't already, go subscribe to Chop and Haze Shannon. She's got her Colourist Give Back Streamers event as well. But I joined in a stream yesterday, Shannon's stream. And I couldn't stop laughing at you. I'll tell you why. As soon as I chimed in, as soon as I tuned on and chimed myself into her, all I can hear is about coming to look at how not to cut, about looking at a white page. I was dying. I was like, I don't know how long you'd spent on it. And she's just saying to me, oh, you can't see it. And then she put the rust down and it was like, we can see it. We can see it, Shannon. It's fine. We can see the rust. But I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, Shannon, it is not your fault. It's probably the paper. Some of them resist paper. I was dying at you, girl. You were just making me laugh so much yesterday. But do you know what? That's the whole fun of it. That's the point. This is where I'm saying each streamer that you tune into will offer you something different. Not everyone's going to be everyone's cup of tea, but believe me, if you're finding things a little bit difficult right now, or you're finding things that, you know, maybe you need to branch out and be a bit more social, the streamers are always going to be there for you, as is the people in the chat. So do it. Go join in. Oh, Kenny, she was making me laugh. And then I was like, what are we going to do with her? Because all she's like, oh, it's boring. I'm like, oh my gosh, Shannon, how is that possible? You're not bored. But definitely go join in a live stream every now and then. Trust me, it's very good for you. It's good for your heart. Just join one every now and then if you can. Have a chat, branch out, reach out, chat for a while, see how you feel, see if it's for you. It's not for everyone, but just try it. I can tell you it's helped me massively. It really has. Oh gosh. It is Helen. Hello Adri, how are you my lovely? Yep. I love to join in. But alternatively, we can't be there for everyone. So if the ones that you do enjoy, you know, they're there to watch back. If there's a rainy day coming up, there's a lot of rain on the horizon, sadly, this winter. Rainy day, stick one on, grab your book, grab your diamond painting or your crocheting or whatever it is you do, and just relax with something and enjoy. Who started their Christmas shopping? Who's already put stuff away? I'd say get some of your freezer stuff now. Are you planning on having a Christmas with family, or are you going to have a quiet one this year? Travel's obviously going to be very limited. I'm just wondering, you know, are you going to be able to spend the time with the family this year? Or are you going to have a no Christmas? Are you going to have a no Christmas, or are you going to have a good Christmas? Quiet Christmas, a couple Christmas, or a family Christmas? There's lots of Christmases to go for. There's lots of options. Christmas is all in the shops now, and it's all over. It's like the 1st of November it strikes. Okay, so we're going to have to deepen this up a bit, but we're getting there, aren't we? What Christmas are you having? Okay, so we're going to go for dark tan, and then we're going to have to just go and deepen this up a little bit. So that will go into your highlighted areas. And it's just planning on where you're going with it. I like to do 2 layers just because I think it always brings it out. But that's just me going the long route about things. You can go heavy-handed if you want. I just can't physically do it. I'm sort of a medium hand, I'd say. I'm not light, I'm not heavy, I'm sort of a medium pressured person. Yeah, I know, Leslie. That's the whole thing. We can't plan. Yes, Becky. I'm going to be definitely going down to my parents because they're in our safety bubble. Is that what they're called? A safety bubble? A dog Christmas. I like the sound of a dog Christmas. My kind of Christmas. Although I don't know what on earth we're going to do with Chip this year because he's going to have to stay home. So in the UK, if you're not from the UK, we have a household that will be your safety bubble, so you're allowed to mix with one, you know, if need be, and so people don't end up lonely. So we decided that my parents were my safety bubble. You know, of course, if matters changed and any symptoms were to arise, there's no way I'd be going anywhere. I'd be at home. But I think it's good to have a safety net. And the reason I say that is because loneliness in the winter, you can't get out like you could in the summer. Excuse my little yap. Chip, come here. He's listening to outside. This part of the paper actually seems to be resisting my pencils. There is a wax on this paper. There is like a wax resist. I'm not kidding you. It feels like it's waxy, like they've put too much grayscale down, too much print. So we're going to have to work on that a little bit more. Anyway, if you have a safety net, you should be able to be okay. But you shouldn't be mixing, you know, in the UK with anyone other than that. But I think they're going to relax it a little bit. But yeah, she's doing all right. Mum, how are you? She's in the chat listening. Yeah, I know. Same here. To be quite honest, Nana, same here. Okay, we're going to go for some cinnamon. So we're going to start putting in a little bit more depth. So this is in the skin tone dark set. Are you going to be baking this Christmas? Are you going to be over baking this Christmas because it gives you something to do? And what kind of bakes do you like to do? Let's get ourselves hungry. I know some of you are a big fat no-no when it comes to mince pies. Mince pies are my favourite thing of the year. I can make some sugar-free ones. So I'm definitely going to be buying the stuff in the next couple of weeks to start and make some mince pies and get in the festive mood by the end of November. Hello Tracy, if I didn't say hello, I'm so sorry if I missed anyone. A big welcome to everyone that is there, if I have missed you. I wanted to do a video, but I could do them on a live stream. That tag, is it called the Would You Rather tag? Oh, pies and cookies. Mary, I see why Miss Tonya married you. You are a great cook by the sounds of it. Do you enjoy cooking? Does anyone enjoy cooking? I don't particularly enjoy it, but I do it. This is what Andrew's got tonight when he gets home. Can you see what that is? It's chili con carne in the pot. Can you see? I've got fresh chili on the go. He's got some jalapenos and those stand and stuff. They're soft tortilla boats. Can you see them? That's what he's got. I sent him that picture because he... Yeah. To get Andrew's easily pleased. He's like, Tonya, Chip. Well, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me just see what he's up to. Send him a picture of food and he's a happy man. Seriously. Oh, yummy, Nana. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Chip, come here, mister. Come here. Who are you barking at? Yeah, well, hush hush now. No, I don't have to rub your belly, I'm streaming. Come on. I don't want to be rubbing this belly. I don't want to be rubbing this belly. You're such a wally. Come on, sit down, mister. Sorry about that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, he barks at everyone outside. Take care, Becky. That's okay. I'll see you in 20. All right, so we're back to cinnamon. I'm so sorry. I'm going light. I will speed my little fingers up. Yeah, send him a picture of food and dinner, and he gets so happy. He's like, but he's so appreciative. He's not one of those guys that you know, expects at all. He genuinely is amazing, and I say that from the bottom of my heart. Mum will tell you, he is amazing to me, and vice versa, I think. But he's so appreciative of anything you do, and as small as something like cooking a dinner, you know, he's just so thankful. And I'm not to blow my own trumpet, I actually am quite a good cook. Because I had to do it in the home where I worked with the autistic adults, and I made practically every dish, and you know, all different types of dishes from around the world, because we had to consider cultures and stuff. No, I haven't got braces. Oh no, we've got a deal in our house, Adri. So I cook, he cleans up. That's the deal. If I cook, he washes up. So, and he takes the trash out. So that's his side of the bargain. Oh, sweet potato pies sound delicious. I love sweet potatoes. Love them. Andrew doesn't like those, I do. Okay. So I'm going really slow on this because I want to take my time. Right, on the underneath. Whoops, I'm throwing pencils. You did not see that. On the underneath, I want to put some flat black first. Yeah, Kenny, same. So I'm going to put flat black before we do anything else, which is in the Cobra set. What's the deal in your house? Who cooks and who cleans up? Do you have a little tag team going after you've done like a, you know, something in the house? Do you have certain chores that you appoint to your partners or your brothers or sisters or your friend, your housemate, whoever you might be living with? And if you live on your own, get a dishwasher. We don't have a dishwasher actually. Can you believe that? Because there's only 2 of us at the moment. So you know, dishes aren't actually that bad. So, okay, so back to our cinnamon. So we haven't got a dishwasher. We are the dishwashers. Mind you, you'll only have the slow cooker to clean up because everything else is washed up. Okay, so this has got to just be darker in general, so we're going to come in with some mahogany, and I'm also going to put it a little bit darker. There we go. Alright, so let's get some of the mahogany in on this. Oh, you're so funny, Mary. Okay, so mahogany. Let's go with a heavier amount because it's on the bottom half. These are Black Widow pencils, and this is not my drawing. This is by an artist called Momo Girl. So we're just... anything you need to know is in the description, thankfully. I've put it in before the stream. Because this is an adult colouring channel, which means I colour other work. But maybe one day I'll be able to do my own. Although I do sometimes branch off and do my own stuff, but that's in my own time. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit more of that down, and we're going to deepen this rest of this up with the other colours and make them like the other bit here. So it's just adding a little bit more of an amount down. So this is the Mahogany that we used to have as quite a deep colour. And on this one, because of the paper, and I will say this though, the paper is quite, with this, not with the usual Momo, so you've got the line arts and then you have the deeper grayscale like this one, which is the ones that were introduced into this book, not the first. This particular illustration actually does like have a coating on it. It really does. It has a really big coating. It's like super smooth. And I think that's just the print, because it's obviously a heavily grayscale page. So just bear that in mind when you're doing pencils. Then you might need to actually blend it out with a blender, unless you want to have the hard work of doing it all on your own. But I'd suggest a blender. Okay, so we're going to go for Foxy Brown. And then we're going to go for our dark tan one more time. And that's the dark tan now. And that's just to go over it. And then I'm going to get my blender pencil like I did on that side. Because you see the difference with the blender pencil on this one. Oh, nice. That is definitely the time to do it though, isn't it, Debbie? It's like, if you're going to be good all year round, have a little pig out on the holidays so that you can actually enjoy stuff rather than deprive yourself of stuff. The way to go. You've got to enjoy some bits, especially over the holidays, because it is about food. When you're an adult, thank you, Sherry. When you're an adult, it's about seeing the kids happy, isn't it? And seeing their joy and excitement. And then it's all about the food and the telly for us, I'd say, and the family time. For kids, it's all about presents and joy. Right, this is just a blender pencil. This is a Caran d'Ache one. If you've not seen these, it is exactly the same as your other sticks. The end is the same. It's just that it's in a stick rather than that wax stick. Yeah, it's definitely about family. Family's your biggest one, isn't it? Family and food. I love the decorations. I love them so much. But now that we've changed decor, I need to buy new decorations because gold is not going to go with the grey. So, you know, when you think about how much decorations you acquire over the years, and we've always had a gold theme, it is such a task to have to replace all that. So I'm kind of not going to bother this year, but I might, you know, after the Christmas season, I might have to pick some bits up. You know what I mean, don't you, ladies? I can't have Baileys, and I used to really like the Baileys. I don't like red wine either, only white. I used to really enjoy some Baileys, just one, but yeah, Nana have one for me instead. Okay, gonna pick up my Midnight. Can you, oops, there we go, can we see that? Yeah, it really is. And I think you realise the importance of holiday seasons as you get older. I definitely, it's so weird how your perspective changes as you grow up, of what used to be important versus what's now important. And it's, when does that shift happen? You know, when does that shift happen from when you're young and you can't wait to see what's under the Christmas tree, to not really caring about that side of things, of presents, and you're more about the people and the time that you have with them, and you know, your pets and your cozy nights in, and watching Christmas telly and watching a load of rubbish on the telly. Actually, when you think about it, sometimes you watch the most ridiculously cheesy movies and you have like a little cheese board and some grapes, and you watch repeats of stuff that you've seen 100 times, but it always reminds you of that season, that kind of thing. Which bit, honey? Oh, thank you very much. Didn't notice that. Thank you. Okay, Mahogany. Thanks so much. I did not see that. When does that shift happen? And it's a good shift, you know. Don't get me wrong. Everyone loves receiving a gift or two. Okay, just back to what I was doing. Cinnamon Mahogany. And we're going to go for Foxy Brown. But it really is about those things. I don't know. I did. How did I do that? So you guys have got eagle eyes and I've got the most rubbish eyes, and yet it's in front of me. You can never see what's right in front of you. Okay, Foxy Brown. Isn't it funny? They say that though, don't they? You can never see what's right in front of you. Thank you. And then we got Midnight. Okay. Then we've got this bit to do. So let's just zoom out a minute. And it needs to focus. Right, bear with me. I just got to focus you back in because it's gone all out of focus. There we go. I know, it really is. It's so true. Okay, I really like those colours. We might need to add a little bit more deepening, and we still need to work on this on her as well, but we'll get there. Okay, so let's look at our dirty greens. So I'm thinking for his little middle section here, I want this to be a sort of a mahogany, like his violin on this. Let me bring it up actually. So you know this bit here, I want that to be like a mahogany, and then I want this bit to be like a dirty green. So I'm going to say like, thank you, hun. Like the forest here and the leaf green, they go really well. And then maybe the lime fruit. So we have to write these down as we do them so we don't forget them to put them in the description. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Nana. Okay, so let's put here top, like middle, and let's go for then like we just said. So forest. Let's go for forest leaf green, and let's also put in some of that lime. Is it lime fruit? Lime fruit. And then there on the edging can be some brown, but maybe we can put in the cinnamon and brown bug. It's kind of going to match his violin. Or should we do chestnut? No, we'll go for chestnut. So we'll go for chestnut, midnight, maybe chestnut, midnight and cinnamon, yeah? Let's try them. If it's wrong, it's wrong. There's no wrong. It's only right. So let's try that on this middle bit here. So let's get our colours. We got our colours on the greens. So let's go for some forest, like we said, some leaf green and some lime fruit. There are 3 greens. And then the other part was, what did I say? Chestnut, wasn't it? Sorry about my arm. My chunky old arm coming along here. Chestnut, midnight and cinnamon, so I just need to get the chestnut. There it is. I found it. Hello, April. Okay, so I'm going to swing you back down. Hopefully you don't get seasick. Okay, so let's first off do some of this green. So we'll go for some forest first. So this is the first one that we're going to use, which is in the Cobra set. So I have got the full entire set of the Black Widows. And if you were to ask me which set to head for first, I'd probably say, depending on what you like, I really like the Scorpions. But then I also use the Cobras a lot. So if you're going to buy 2 sets, I'd say they've got the more earthy tone. But if you're going to do portraits, the portrait sets go hand in hand as a duo rather than one on their own. Okay, so we're going to go for some forest first. Yeah, I believe that the skin tone should be like a 24 set rather than 2 12 sets, personally. Just because I find that I never use just one skin tone set on its own. I always sort of cross over. I do think that there's some tones in the darks that go with the lights and vice versa. So I'd definitely say buy the both skin tones if you're going to invest in both. It's worth it. They are an amazing set of pencils. They are budget friendly when you buy them individually, but as a whole they're not. So they actually work out more expensive than when Prisoners Go Down. So people ask me this question all the time. They aren't budget friendly, is the answer. They're not when you're buying the whole entire lot. It would be good if Black Widows come out with the entire set as a whole, but I do think they would end up being the same price as Prismas, because if you added them up, it roughly amounts to the exact same. Hello Della, good morning hun. So Prismas are generally the biggest value for money because they're easily replaceable. You can buy singles pretty much in most arts shops. There's always a supplier of them. So I'm going to say that Prismas are your, you go-to. Good question to everyone is, what would you say would be, and Shara brought this up actually. So this also helps when there are beginners, because there are beginners around. Emma, I do. I've done it by this chart, which was done by Emily Illustrator. So she's done it light to darks, and I store them like that. So just very quickly, sorry, I'm going to just detour for 1 minute. So in my case, I've cut this to size so I can slot this in. If you want, I can put the link for this as well. And then I have them done exactly in the, so I've gone from lights here to the darks to the back. So I've stored it in that order. Now I haven't put the numbers like underneath or anything in case we add more. I don't know if there will be any more, but I refer to this set all the time. So if you wanted to do it, Emily Illustrators, I think, has got that on her website. And if you cut the edge in, it will fit like a little slot pocket on a letter size piece of card, paper, whatever you want to do it on. And I just have that in there. You set them in order. Yeah, see, we all have different ways, don't we? I do it in that just because I find it a lot easier to follow her chart. Okay. Forest, sorry, I am with you. So that's a really nice deep, I really like that. So then we're going to go to our leaf green. You're welcome. So we're going to go to leaf green, which is one of the monarchs, and it's a really lovely colour. And it's quite a natural tone of green. So you have what I call fake greens, and you have more of like a natural green. It's very natural. Yeah, as I was saying, so Shara brought this up and she said, what would be a good book or a good guide of books that you would say would be good for beginners? I.e., what artist do you think has a good variation so that if a beginner comes into this hobby, they can pick it up and find what style they like? I think we could compile a list together doing that. And I would say Hannah Carlson would be a great first starter because she has a bit of everything in her books, doesn't she? She has, you know, people, buildings, bugs, animals, flora, fauna, that kind of thing. She has a bit of everything. But who else would you say would be a good starter book? And we can maybe compile a list on the next stream together. That could be something we could work on. I think she has a bit of everything. Like, which artists in our collections have a bit of everything? Forest, for a beginner, remember, it's not our preference. It's not what we prefer. It's not our favourite artist, because some of us have been doing this a long time. It's what, if you were coming into this hobby, and there have been a lot of people this year because of the circumstances found it, what would you say to them would be a good starting point? I'd say Hannah Carlson. I'd also say, as intricate as they are, someone like Clara Markova would even be a good one. Hello, Boots. So we're going to go for that line through, and that's literally just going to be in the middle. And that's just because she has, again, flora, fauna, characters, animals, a whimsical world. And then if they find that they don't like those types of books, we might have to simplify it. Boots, yes, just for the while. I did put, sorry, I'd put up quite a late notice on my community tab. So we're going to be starting 2 hours earlier on a Tuesday, just because of circumstances at home changing a little bit. I hope that's okay with everyone. Maria Trolle, yep. Grazia and Jasmine. Joanna Basford. But Joanna Basford's just very floral, isn't she? But she is who started me off as well. I'm just going to go for some Midnight. Just a tiny amount. You know, I'm thinking of like all-rounders. When I first started, there was only really Millie Marotta and Joanna Basford. So I was doing a lot of patterned animals and flowers, which sounds hard to believe, I know, because I don't really do flowers. But as time's gone on, we've got so many books now. Hello, Ali. Yeah, same here. Okay, just gonna go for some chestnut, which is in the Cobras. And also a good starting set, I'd always say, are Prismas if you wanted to invest in a set of pencils. If you're going to go for a smaller set or a larger set, they're always easily added onto, aren't they? I think Prismas will always come out tops. And then again, if you don't like, I would always say get a smaller set first with anything. I won't tell you what number I'm at the moment. No way! You started with Harry Potter. Okay, cinnamon. I'm going to go down this like line, and I'm going to add black on that, you see. So I'm just going to go straight in there. And then his top like shirt is going to be cream. So I'm going to leave that for the minute and cream, make it look like it's like an off-white. Okay, so I'm just going for cinnamon on that like pattern. Sorry, back to chestnut. And then I'm going to get my, what colour? Flat back. Ah, Marilyn! The more the merrier. We're happy to have you. I know I am. I've always, do you know, I say this all the time. New members, thank you always for joining the community. And as I said, it is such a good lifeline, and it's a good social lifeline for, you know, a lot of us. So I'm glad you found it. Okay, I'm going to go for some of my blender, and I'm just going to blend the middle out. And see, it's just made a difference to that, hasn't it? My Midnight, I'm just going to make sure that it's separated that. You can put some gold foil in, so if I've got a gold Posca, I could go through that. That little shirt of his needs like a bit of cream. Remember, if there's anything for me, stick it in caps though, because I will miss it. Oyster is a good one. So we're going to go for some oyster or light, oyster and light mocha. They're good colours. So it's this one here. And light mocha is this one here. Right, so we go for some oyster first. These are Black Widows. They're in the description. Yeah, it opens up a world, doesn't it? YouTube. Okay, oyster over the entire thing. It just makes it as like a cream. And then we're going to go for some light mocha. No way, April. More. How many more can he do? What else is that? Reds. Shannon, reds. Go tell him he needs to put some more reds in. Light mocha. And that's just going to go, again, edging. So I don't want to overcomplicate that, because that is an off-white now, isn't it? Right, let's focus on the violin. Let's come up so you can see. And that's it, focus you back in. Right, so violins, let's have a quick look on Google. So you can go grab a tea, time to grab a tea. Let's have a look on Google quickly. So I want it to be a reddish violin, like they're like a dark red violin colours. You can get them in all different colours, to be honest, but they're usually like this bright sort of redded wood, aren't they? They're like a, it's like got slight orange in it, really. Maybe it's got an orangey tone. Yeah, name it Red Red. So funny. Okay, so if we put that beside him, his colours are very similar, but we need to add like a little bit more of a, rattlesnake's a good one. That's more its colour, isn't it? Can you see that? The rattlesnake there. This one. That's definitely the colour. So rattlesnake and rusty, even. Those two colours in there. Let's do those first. Yeah, mahogany and rattlesnake. What do you think? So mahogany's here, because that's more of a brown. And then you've got the rattlesnake, which has got more of an orange and rusty. So we can mix rattlesnake, rusty, and maybe mahogany and cinnamon. We'll mix them. We'll mix them like we always do. Okay, let's grab those then. Mahogany, where art thou? Yes, there. Rattlesnake, and what was the other one? Rusty. Okay, so let's put down a more of a red tone first. I know! The only thing is I really wish that the monarchs had like these funky names like Pig's Ear and like they did in the Scorpions and Cobras. Like some of these are absolutely amazing. Like you've got Fudge, you've got Pig's Ear, you've got Bubblegum, you've got, oh, where was some of them? Stink Bug will remain my favourite ever. Rattlesnake, Tarantula, Huntsman, Spiderweb. You know, there was some really cool ones. Cat's Eye is quite cool for a monarch, but I don't know, it's like it really needed something else. You know, like their other ones. Ah, oh, thank you, ladies. Look, our mods are on it. Our mods are like, bam. Okay, let's bring you down. Let's do some of this then. So I'm going to go for rattlesnake first. Oh, if it'll focus. There you go. As I said, I need to update my little cards for you. So let's put this down first because it's got like a undertone to it, I'd say. So remember, I'm not going to go full force with the colour yet. I'm just going to put down where I want it to go. So let me look at the shine on this thing. So it has like a deep shine here. So just looking, exactly the same colour. It's deeper here, it's got a little bit of a shine there. It has a shine sort of there, so I'm gonna, and it's got like a big shine here. Whoops, I'm sorry guys, I'm just like planning out my shining. Shiny. So let's put the colour into here. I'm going to leave an area, I don't know if you can see that, leave an area there. I'm just going to block in some colour. I'm going to leave a bit of a shine on there as well. And then the bottom's just going to have a little bit on the edge. That part's going to be deeper. That's like his little, you know, they're like a pad that they rest their chin on. So they're black. We don't need to worry about that. And then that bit is just like a, I'm going to put that as a gold trim. Right, so I've blocked some shine on this bit. I don't know if you can see, but we're going to leave that, and we're going to leave that and the bottom bit here. So there's like some white area that we're going to keep. So let's come in with Rusty. So Rusty, and now we're going to start to deepen up these colours. So Mahogany will come in. It's quite scary that it's got no nail. It's like just a finger without a nail there. So we're just going to put a bit deeper. So I've left the white spaces for a reason, because you know you need it. Embrace that white. What's that what you say, Sean? Embrace the white. Okay, and then I'm just going to block in some of this rusty. So remember, I do mix all of my Black Widows together. So this bit will have a little bit of a deeper tone. Can you see there's a bit of grayscale on there? We got loads of them today, Shannon. What's happening? The scaries. Okay. I like the shine. Okay, so we just need a little bit more there. And then obviously down the bottom. We've still got to put mahogany and stuff in, but we'll work on it as we go along. The trim of this is the same colour, isn't it? Yeah. So you can add white back in. If you do lose any shine, you got a Posca. A Posca pen will be your friend. Although it's good to just keep some of it like as the page, leave the white page. Oh, bless you. Alright, 2 seconds everyone. I'm just going to grab my drink, okay? I won't be too, well, a minute. I just need a drink. Okay, that's better. Sorry, I just had to have a big gulp of some juice. Oh, which ones did you get, Nana? You can't just tell us you bought them and you can't then leave it on a cliffhanger of what you've actually bought. Yeah, she's flexing her wrench. I like that flex. Flex the wrench. Yeah, she is. She is. Okay, sorry, back to Rusty. Oh, Rusty now over here. So I'm just deepening this up. We're going to put mahogany in a second, and then we're going to mix in a little bit more rattlesnake in a moment. Here, flex. It's quite effective when you leave white, actually. No, you can't. You can't, Nana, you can't. Yeah, gotta tell us. Okay, we need to share. Okay, mahogany. So, I'm just going to see if this will work. If not, this might not be... Oh, no, it's okay. It is doing it. I was going to say, is this going to work? Yeah, it's fine. Did you see that Whoopi Goldberg is bringing back Sister Act number 3 with the cast? Cannot wait. That needs to be darker. We need something darker. Hold on. Mahogany's not cutting it. We need Huntsman. Never heard of that. So that's one to write down. Or chalk tone. No, let's go for some chalk tone. I love this colour. Okay, sorry. We just need a touch of this one. We will still go with the mahogany, but the chalk tone just needs to come in a little bit on the grayscale areas. And Dexter's coming back as well. There's quite a few comebacks. Do you think they know that we need it? And season 3 of You on Netflix is also resumed filming. So if you've not watched that, it's absolutely brilliant. It's psychological. My God, does it pack a punch, that. Loved it so much. And I do believe they're going to make another season, but it's going to be another different haunting. So you know, we had the haunting of Hill House, and then we had the haunting of Bly Manor. We're going to have another The Haunting of, and I think it's the same cast as well, which is really, really exciting. Angels by Sheila Walk. The Curly Girl's Life by Czar Colouring, Dr. Keisha. Yes, Suze, Dexter. He's resuming his role as Dexter. It's confirmed. Go look, Google it. Google it. I promise I'm not having you on. Go on Google and check out what he said. And Prison Break fans, that's also going to be filming a 6th season with both Wentworth Miller and Dominic Purcell. They're going to be doing a number 6. I don't know what they're going to be getting up to on this one, or what prison they're breaking out of this time, but there is going to be a number 6 of that as well, so keep your eyes out. I know, me too. I love in You. She is brilliant. Oh my god, yes it is, it's her. Okay, so we're going to go to Rattlesnake. So I'm using the same colours. Yes, there is lots of exciting entertainment news. I am on it because I love my box sets. So if I haven't heard of it, that's because I'm out of the loop. But generally, oh no, it's not focusing. Hold on. Hold on. Generally, I am quite up to date with that kind of thing. Ah, take care, Joanna. Thank you. Hiya, Lou. Ah, never late. You're here when you can. What do you say, Emily? You're here when you... exactly when you're supposed to be or something. Emily's got a saying for it. I just say you're here when you can. But it's true, you're never late. Ever. Okay. So we're going to put in some of this Rattlesnake. We're going to have to blend this out a bit, obviously. And then we should have a shine that we can have an effect with. But I am going to have to deepen this up. We might have to actually bring... Should we try that Mahogany again, guys? Kenny bashed him this time. Shannon! Shannon's wrench broke. Mahogany. Hello, Groon. Right, let's go deeper. Let's put some more pressure down. So I'm just trying to work this in so that it's effective, hopefully. We'll get there. So this little area of shine here, I'm just trying to get it so it's not... Is it looking okay? I haven't grown, no. Ali, Shannon likes to bash. Kenny bashed for her this time. It's funny what it's like, who's gonna get there? Who's getting there? And I get told off if I try to do it, so I try to hold back now. But I'm like, but it's not your job, and I get told off for doing it, so yep. And don't forget, we've got Connie tonight, guys, I think. Did you guys see Connie's picture that she did? What book is that, Connie? It's one that I need and I still haven't got, believe it or not. But I will get it. But who do I order it from? Yeah, it's a mod thing, Ali. Just means that if we have anyone that, you know, is acting a bit daft, and they keep the stream safe, that's all. Hello, Cat! They keep you guys safe from silliness and trolls and any inappropriate stuff, that's all. They're really, as I say, mods are an asset, truly, so we always love our mods. Okay, let's go on the outside before we come back. So, Yeah, they're an asset to any channel. And streamers are really thankful for mods. And even if they don't do, you know, I say this all the time, they're not there to do anything. They're there to have a good time like anyone else. They just, bless them, they look out for you. But even if they miss something, it's not their job, you know. So I say that all the time. It's not their job. They're there to enjoy just like everyone. There you go. Petra on Instagram. I'll have to, not that I need it. Okay, Mahogany. So I'm going to try and keep a shine. And we're going to blend that shine out with a blending stick. So this is the Mahogany. Mr. Colour and Chat's on his way home. He's just messaged. The hubby not hubby is en route. Okay, and then where's my Rusty? Rusty, let's just blend that out a bit more into the Mahogany. It's looking a bit deeper now, isn't it? Ah, thank you. I'll have to have a look. Hello, Emma. Okay, so we're just going to deepen out a bit. Now, if we need any black, it's only going to be in these sections where she's heavily grayscaled it. So we'll get some flat black on. We'll get some Midnight. So I don't know if you can see. So we've still got to do this part. We'll do that in a second. So you know this area here, it is actually all black. So we're going to go for Midnight, because if you look at a picture of one, can you see it's like all black? It's this part is this part underneath is, and then these are, and this part's wood. So we're going to follow that. We've still got to work on the shine a little bit more, but we'll get there. Okay, so I'm just going to block in this because it is black. You can use any black, do you know that? Just grab a black of any kind. You don't have to use Midnight, but if you've only got the Black Widows, that's why I'm trying to use one set. Just little FYI for the next picture that I do, I'm going to use lots of different sets. Now that's going to be annoying if you wanted to follow, because it makes it a bit difficult if you haven't got a set. But what I'll try and do with that is substitute it for, so what I'll do is, say I did one out of the Holbeins and you didn't have the Holbeins, and then I picked one out of the Luminance, and then I picked one out of the Light Fast. I'll find the nearest 1, 2 in the Prismas and Polys for you, so that you have got, you know, a reference. Does that make sense? So I'll find it in a set that most people have. Yeah, there's lots of conversion charts, you're right. But what I will do is try and convert it over to Prismas or Polys or both, depending on time. But I'll promise to do that. Like I did with the hair, with the Holbeins, I did it in Polys. I'll do it in Prismas and Polys for you guys, so that you can at least find it. But I really want to do a mixed multi-pencil picture, and I want to show you how well they all work together, because there's a lot of people that say that they have struggles with certain brands working together, but I've never personally had that problem. So I want to give a little mix up. Okay, so that top there that we had, I'm going to get my rattlesnake, so the one that we used in the beginning. So we're getting there. We've got to do his skin and hair, and her hair as well. Okay, so that's that one. We're going to go to Mahogany. And then I actually want to pick up my Midnight just to shadow that a little bit at the top. Okay, and then we have our Rusty. So Rusty's here. So just to blend that out together. Okay, right, then I'm going to grab my blender pencil, and it keeps out of focusing for you, which is, that's better. So this violin is going to keep that I know she's not going to be my friend soon, Pickle. Okay, so just like that edge, you know where you've got like a bit of a rough edge, so just on the outside of that, I'm just going to mix it in a little bit. So it just gives it a bit more of a buffed out edge rather than it being sudden. It kind of blends it into the white. So you still keep your shine, but you lose the pencil marks. I'm actually going to put a gold trim on this. So I'm just going to go around the edges of the gold. But I want my white Posca first, and I'm just going to blend that down. So it keeps it all nice. Right, let's hope my Posca works for me today, because you know my Posca loves to like be really irritating when I'm streaming and not work. It does it all the time, doesn't it? Oh, and just a little disclaimer, sorry, I did do that when I wasn't streaming. So I went around those bones with the white just to take out the black lines, which looks so much better. And then just on the edge I did one tiny bit here, and just round the teeth I put the white as well. So just a tiny little bit. Okay, and then what I am going to do, so I'm going to bring you down again, sorry, trip. So this tiny bit here, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of the white into the white, so it just makes it a little bit more brighter, because you know it's quite heavily grayscale, right? So it just adds a little bit more in there. These strings, I'm going to do those in white because they're already white up there. So also around these little tuning things, I'm going to do a little bit white on there. Ah, thank you, Kenny. Hello, Hedwig. Oh, good. I've still got to do the gold trim. We might do that in the fine tech, or if I can find my gold Posca, that will be really helpful. I think I've got it in there. So what I also want to do is just go around the edge of that, just to add a little bit more of a shine on that part, and also into here. So it just gives it a little bit more. So it's silly details, really. And then this little off-white shirt is going to have a white collar. There we go. Okay, so silly little things like that. Let's bring you up. So let me find my gold if I've got it around. Take care, Sherry. Thanks for coming. Hold on, let me just find the gold, and then we've got to do him. He's coming. They're coming along. To be honest, I probably won't do it all today, but it will be on the next stream for definite. Right, gold. A gold of any kind would be amazing, but you know when you want something, you can't find it? That is exactly what happens to me. And of course it's not where I want it to be, because that would be nice and easy, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'll have to find the gold. It is around somewhere. It might be in here. Is it in here? No, of course it's not. Is it in there? You just never can find something when you need it. If not, I'll use, oh, nice. I don't think they're here. Hold on. No. Okay, so what I'll have to do is just grab my gold paint for that. I'll do that after then. I know, it runs away. We'll do the gold, so we've got to do some gold trim. Right, his hair. I'm thinking maybe to do hers black And oh, I've got to do his little buttons as well. I need my gold. My gold is, it's somewhere. It can never be where you want it to be though, can it? Okay, we have to find it. Well, anyway, so that they're going to be gold, his little buttons, and this little bit here is going to be gold. And I'll just do a tiny bit of gold trim along the outer edge of that. So let's move on to his skin. He's here as well. I haven't done that. I've missed that little bit of blue. So I want him to be brown hair. I want her to be black hair. I want it to keep with the theme of dark. Oh, nice. How are you finding them? How are you finding your black widows? Okay. So his hair, I'm just going to go in with... I'm going to go in with one that we've used actually. So we're going to go in with Foxy Brown first as a base. Just going to go all over. So literally the lightest tone that you can possibly put down. So it's just to put a base down. So remember when we did all our hair things, we just put bases all the way. Because it's the lightest colour of brown in terms of what's going to be in his hair. And then we'll go darker. And we need really sharp daggers for pencils when it comes to hair. So we're just going to put that over the entire thing. Okay. And then we need to go 2 shades darker, so we're going to go for Mahogany and Chalk Tone and Midnight. So it's just going to have like the same colours what we've been using, just mixed up in a little different way. Wilson, good morning. Wilson, may I show your Wolfie? Wolfie was also done by Wilson, as well as Suze. So there's a couple of lovely ladies that did Wolfie, and Wolfie's amazing by both. Okay, so we're going to go from the Mahogany second. And that's going to come as our second colour. So I don't think I'm going to be doing loads of strands with this one. I'm going to block some and strand some because it's only a little bit of hair. So we're going to kind of mix it up, if that makes sense. So we're going to do a little bit of both. Yes, thank you. Okay, so Wilson also did Wolfie. So you know the wolf we've been doing over many, many streams. And Wilson actually kept to the background that I originally was doing, and I have to show you this. Look at that. She's made that. Look at the moon. Just look at the detail. It's incredible. Isn't that gorgeous? So not only did Wilson do it, Suze did it. So we've got 2. So we've got Suze did the black background, and Wilson did the red background. Oops, there we go. Isn't it amazing? Love them both. Hello, Lou. Aren't they gorgeous? I was just like, wow. You have blown me away, both of you. Oh, just very quickly, because you'll laugh at it. Do you want to see Chip this morning? I feel like saying Hail Mary when I see him. Hail Mary, full of grace. It's like, yes, my Lord. You know, because the Virgin Mary with her head. Oh, it's flashed out. 1 second, guys. I need to sort my lighting out now. It always does that, doesn't it? So bear with me. Bear with me. Let's focus that somehow. Oh, no. It's messed my lighting up. Hold on. We need to reset my lighting. Hold on, guys. It's flashed you out. I'm so sorry. When it starts to go dark, please shout it out at me. Yeah, I feel like saying Hail Mary when I see him though. Oh, there you go. It's focused again. I can put the brightness back up. Yeah, he is. He's funny. It was raining something rotten this morning. It really was. And I was like, Chip, we have to run in. Quick, put the towel. Ah, thank you. See, I always find that overwhelming when you guys say that. Okay, we're focused again. So sorry about that. That was a little bit of a rabbit trail, but I had to show you because I was so happy looking at them and it made my day. Plus, as I say, you know, I set the channel up with the intention of just having somewhere where a community could gather. Plus, we do the hobby at the same time. So anyone that follows me on anything, I sit there and I'm like, Andrew, look. You ask him. I get so over, and I send them to Mum. I'm like, Mum, look. And they'd get sick of me, I'm sure, because I'm like, look. And I just get so overwhelmed by it every time. And I'm like, bless your hearts. Because I've seen the colourists out there. And I've seen what people can do. And I know that there is way better than I. And when someone takes inspiration from me, I'm just like, you are so amazing. Thank you so much. As long as, you know, we have somewhere to gather and we've got some good pictures to, well, we've got a million pictures to colour. I'm always happy to do that. It's like what makes the channel. I'm going to have to turn this, guys. So thank you so much, as I said, for following me. And even if you branch off and do your own thing for getting any inspiration, I am truly humbled and bless your hearts. It means a lot to my little heart over here when I see it. I get so like happy. Well, Kat, I know that, but you know what I mean. For my own personal self, when I look at others, I always think, oh my gosh, they're so much better than me. It's just, we all do it, don't we? We all do it. I know, everyone's style is different. Everyone's got a talent inside them. That's the whole reason why we, you know, invest our time and money into the hobby. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But I still get humbled. Okay, chalk tone. And I'm going to just, I'm not going heavy, but I need to pull some of that colour in. No, thank you. Well, I'm glad they're easy. That's the whole, you know. I can overcomplicate things in my life, Suze, trust me. And I overthink a lot as well. Does anyone else overthink? Over the stupidest things. I could be in the shop. I pick up a candle. This is how overthinking goes in my brain. I'll pick a candle holder or something up. I'll put it in the trolley. I'll take a picture of it and send it to Andrew or Mum. Probably both, usually know me. They say, oh yeah, it's nice. I say, it's lovely, isn't it? I get to the halfway around the store. I put it back in my hands, look at it again. Even though I know where it's going to go in the house and where it's going to look, you know, like and all that stuff. Then I put it down again. Then I question myself and I say, I'm not sure. Then I come out of the store without it because I've put it back. And then I go back for it. That is exactly what I do. I will take an extra trip back to the shop for it because I should have bought it in the first place. That is my life. I do that all the time. I'll get home and I'll think, why didn't I just buy it? It wasn't expensive. Why didn't I just get it? And then Andrew's like, where are you going? I'm going to pick up this. But didn't you have that in your trolley? Yeah, I'll put it back. That is exactly how my life goes. He's like, oh my god, a woman. I'm like, I know. Okay, I'm going to go back to my Foxy brown, which was the lighter tone, and go to more towards the middle. Yeah. And I'm just going to block in that top bit for a minute. And then we're going to go midnight black. Oh, it's just called midnight. And then we might have to just put a little bit more brown in there. Okay, so it's got a couple of tones in his hair, right? Yeah. So we've still got to do a little bit more. Ah, thank you, Helen. Take care. Yeah, Suze, I do it all the time. I do it all the time. Okay, we're going to go for midnight. I do literally, I will do that at least every time I go to the range is my one. I'll see something that I don't necessarily need, but I know it will look good in a certain place. I pick it up, I put it down, I pick it up, I put it down, I take a picture of it, I send it. I get the advice that I know that I don't need, because I know what they're going to say. Andrew just says, get what you want. He never, anyone else's partners do that. You send them a picture of something you're so excited about and they go, well, if you like it, get it. No, but what do you think about it? It's going in your house as well. Yeah, I don't know. Do what you want. That's the answer I get. Do what you want. Hello, Shell. Do what you want. I'm like, yeah, I know what that answer is, but do you like it? Well, you know that sort of thing. I don't. I leave that to you. Oh my God, that wasn't the answer I was looking for. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, Mahogany. And then I just need to put in a little bit more of that. And then we're done on him. We need to put the Foxy brown back in the middle. Do you do? See, that's the one thing Andrew will give me an honest answer on, is clothes. Like, I'll say to him, do you like this? And he either does or doesn't. And he will say, but if it's anything for the house, it's just like, well, you usually sort all this sort of thing out. I'll leave it to you. I'm like, oh, that's not an answer. What are you talking about? I need an answer. I asked you for an answer. Yeah. And I bet you your size is the only size that is... I've noticed that, like, when you're out clothes shopping... I'm going to go back to my Foxy brown for the middle. When you're out clothes shopping, you see it in your size, you try it on. You can't try it on at the moment with this COVID. Our shops won't allow you in the UK to try anything on, so you've got to take it home. So you try it on when you get home, and then... No, you forget that. You tried it on pre-COVID, and then... okay, I like his hair. He just needs... He needs it a little bit more black in it. So I'm going to go back to my midnight. And then you go back for it and you notice that it's only your size that is out of stock. Every other size is there except the one you need. Yeah, am I right? Andrew's just is, I leave it to you. Cat, he doesn't, he gives an answer in the end, or I'll get it home and he'll go, oh, that looks nice. Well, that was what I was looking for in the first place. Jesus. So you do have an opinion. Okay, I need a bit more black than that, that was all. Okay, her nails are black, so let's block the black in. And I need to actually put that dagger. And I'm just going to put a few wisps. So his hair's like quite long and floppy. So I'm just going to put a few more of the floppiness in there. Just like overlapping. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show it to you in a minute. So it's just like a few strands. Yeah, Daniela, I've changed on a Tuesday for the minute just because it suits our life a little bit more to come on 2 hours earlier on a Tuesday. But it might not be long term, so don't worry about it. Her hair needs to be black, so I'm going to put like a grey base. I've got to do his skin, don't worry, I know that. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go for a dark grey, like a charcoal, and then put the black in. I'm not even going to worry about doing her hair all special because it's going to be quite dark under the hood, right? So let's come up to her a minute. Let's go for some charcoal. Just make sure. Okay, right. So I'm just going to go straight over with the grey charcoal. So her hair's just going to be black, and the reason I'm saying that is because it's a lot of grayscale in there, and also with her having the hood over it, it shadowed it quite a lot. So I'm just going to go for dark. I might as well. So I'm just going to go all over. So this is just charcoal. And we're just going to go straight on black. Have I missed anything? No. If there's any help, Daniela, sorry if I missed anyone, but if there's anything for me, do stick it in caps. Okay, going to go for our midnight. And as I said, her hair is going to be black anyway. And there's, if you see at the top here, it is predominantly blacked out on your page. So just, I'm going to follow that line. Yeah, there used to be streamers on a Tuesday before me, Caroline, which I hope she's okay, by the way. And I used to watch Caroline till 2 till 4, and then I used to come on after. And I've always done 4 o'clock just because it's always suited my life, you know, with Andrew and stuff. But at the moment, he's on his way home, and he's going to be home, and I'm going to be streaming and, you know, dinner, etc. And he's been up and out since 5. So I thought it'd just be better for now, just for the couple of weeks until I know his pattern. His working pattern's going to be shifts, so someday it might be a little bit, on a Tuesday it might alter between 2s and 4s, but I'll always let you know. But just for the time being, I'm definitely going to say 2 o'clock for this Tuesday and next Tuesday, 100%. Bye, anime. So 2 o'clock just this week and next week for definite. So it's going to be 2 hours earlier than what I normally do. I'm not blocking this, so I get some shine in some places. So just bear that in mind. Next week, this week, 2 hours earlier. And then if I'm going to stick with that the following week, I'll tell you. I'll try and tell you in advance. But just for the minute, just assume 2 hours earlier. Okay, so her hair also. Let's try and get that in. You know, and I say this all the time, I hope I don't offend anyone by coming on early if they had it in mind to come on. But it is not done with that. You've always got to bear your lives in mind and what suits your family life and what suits, you know, times that you can do. So, just for a couple of weeks. Take care, cat. I've got 2 plates in the fridge. Oh my god, what dinner to choose? I got 2. Well, I got 3 because I got chili on as well. What dinner do I choose? One of them's going to have to go in the bin. Oh, shock horror. Which of my dinners is going to be binned? Is it going to be the lamb cutlets and veg? Is it going to be the lamb? I did 2 lamb dishes in one, like on the trot. And or is it going to be chili con carne? No, chili con carne can be frozen. I promise you. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I was like, which one is going in the bin? Will it be? It's like a game show. Da, 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 da. Number 1. Lamb and vegetables. Round 2. It's terrible, isn't it? Ah. Oh, I hope you get back to a routine, Lou. I know it's so hard. The adjustments are, our brains are not quite with it. Is it? I was saying this earlier when we was having a conversation. Our brains are not with it yet. And that's totally fine. We don't have to be. Okay, so I've got some highlight that I'm actually going to put in the greys. I might need to come in with a darker, which might be the Prismacolor black. I might have to bring some of that in because the midnight is not as dark. Okay, I'm going to bring in my charcoal again, and I'm just going to go into those highlights. So you know those white spots? Yeah, we're going in those. Yeah, it's like a game show of what plate. Choose in the fridge. Which plate am I going to throw? I'm terrible. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, you're in Oz, down under. Okay, I'm just going to grab a Prismacolor black. Prisma or poly would be fabulous. The reason why it is just that bit blacker, like the black in the Black Widows isn't what I call black. It's black. Do you know that saying where they say you're going out but not out? Well, it's black but not black. The blackest one that you can go for is Prismas or polys, and I say that every time, and plus it goes over the Black Widows, you know, really well. So we're going to go for that. Okay. Do you laugh at people that say that? I'm going out, but I'm not going out. Tanya, do you want to go into my fridge? There's 2 in there. Okay, so see, nice and dark. It's definitely done the ticket. Right, what I am going to do is I'm going to come under her eyes and I'm going to bring in some black. You know, like if you was to have like a mascara run. Just coming down her eyes a little bit. So I'm just planning it out first. So I'm just bringing like a, as I said, like it would if it dripped mascara. Just down the eye. Yeah, he says that, doesn't he? We do say it though, Suze, don't we? It's like I said, if we're going out with friends, we're like, we're going out. It's definitely a British thing. I'm going out, but not out. And then when you're going out with your friends, I'm going out. Okay. Let's shadow that up. So I've just got my black Prisma for the minute. I am cheating. I'm sorry, but it will get that black bit for me a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so she's looking quite grim now. With him, ooh. Okay, I need to do his face. So what did we? I'm throwing pencils. Always 2 kinds are out. Yeah, exactly. It's the same with black. There's black and then there's black. Okay, so with him, I'm going to come right up. So it's looking quite good. Okay, so I need to do his skin. I also need to start the wood on here. So I'll do this section. But with his skin, I think we'll go with, what do we use on her? So on her skin, it's in the description already. On hers we used a few. So we used Mud for some dark. We used Light Mocha, Murk, Flat Black, Fawn and Cinnamon. Now we don't need to use that much on him, I don't think, but we'll work at it. So I think we'll go for Light Mocha, Fawn, Murk and Cinnamon first. Murk, Fawn, Light Mocha, definitely. I think I had that somewhere, didn't I? Didn't I get that out? No, I put it back. Thank you. It's quite a dark picture. Now, I'm wondering whether to do it as a 1-pager or a 2-pager. That's my only thing. Just for cutting corners. I know quite a few people have done it as a single pager. I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, so I'm going to just go first off with a coating of one colour. So we're going to go for some light Mocha. Oh, yummy. What you got? And I'm just going to go all over. So I'm going to do him fairly pale, I think. So I'm going to start from the outside. And I'm doing like I say this all the time, a medium pressure, and I would definitely say that I use that 95% of the time. It's going to be a light pressure. So I'm just going to over the entire ear. I really want to finish this so that I can move on to, we're not doing a Christmas picture yet. We're going to start Christmas picture at the end of November, and I'm really tempted to do one of two things. Either one out of a Clara, or one out of the Christmas Charm or Country Christmas by Teresa Goodridge. It's either going to be either or. Yes, and it says sprinkle that stuff on everything. That one, that Diamond Art Club Suzanne. It's by Sheena Pike. I love Sheena Pike's art so much. Rainbow Dragon is probably that, or Poison Ivy are going to be my next Diamond Art Club pictures to do. I'm actually doing Izzy the Beekeeper by Erica the Goob. I don't know her name. Goober, Erica the Goober. Is that what she's called? I'll show you after what one I'm doing, if it fits on the table. Okay, so we're just going for a light coverage to start with, because we've still got to put colours in here. So I'm just putting light Mocha over everything to start. Oh, you bought that one, Suzanne. Nice. Yeah, Sheena Pike is amazing. Her Jackalope Garden one is beautiful. Her Rainbow Dragons one is out of the world. I love it so much. Okay, so we're going over the entire hand. Don't forget we've got to layer up, and we've got more colours to put in yet. So we're just putting a light coverage over the whole thing. As I say to you, personally, my favourite pencils to do skin are Luminance and Prismas mixed. Just because that's what I'm used to. I wouldn't say that Black Widows are my favourite to do skin with, but they are one of my top pencils to use with mixing, like, you know, in with other sets. I love all my pencils, genuinely, so it's really hard for me to say which one I love most, because I like to use them all, hence why I want to mix my pencils up on my next picture. Hello, Robin. Oh, Daniela, which one did you get, honey? Yeah, they're very addictive. Just be warned. They're like a deep hole of addiction. I loved it. It relaxes me. It's the one thing that through all this mayhem madness that we've had in the world has relaxed me completely, because I couldn't focus enough to colour. Yeah, I love the Derwent Light Fast Boots. They are, wow, one of my new faves. So what I also did, I took the inspiration from our lovely Emily, who did this one, and I made a Derwent Light Fast one up for that. So, and then what all I've done behind, slipped behind, was the pencils that I had to add, that I've got to buy. And you can buy these on Cult pens. So they're the ones that I have to buy, and these are the ones that I've got in there. And then what that does is just, again, if I'm doing a stream, I can point to you which ones we're using. And that's the only reason that I really like these. But I am going to be swatching them in the Ruby Charms book. So I took inspiration from Emily for that one, because she did this, and I can't rave about this enough. So I just did that one for myself to add it into my pencil case. Whoops. Just so that when I'm streaming, it's the way to go. Which picture? Take care, Becky. It's always so lovely to have you. Have a good day. Sue's, I don't know, but I am so tempted to head to this book next. I'm very tempted to head to this one because I just love it so much. And then we can go into Christmas mode, but I'm not going into Christmas mode until the end of November. I'll watch Christmas films and stuff, but I mean like colouring, I'll probably start at that time. Hey Mona! Sorry, I didn't see you. Unless I did and I said hello and I can't remember, but I don't think I did. Okay, Murk. Yeah, I really I started in that Ruby Charms. Just because it's, again, it's visually easier for me to show you the colours that we're using on stream, like pencil sets. And it's always good for someone that, again, that's new to the hobby, that wants to see the full colour swatch before they buy. You know, it's easier. So we're just going over very lightly and we've got to build our colour up. Okay, so I'm going to press down a little bit harder towards this side of his hand. One of the things I find so hard to colour are hands in terms of shadows, that I look at my own and I'm like, well, they're quite flat apart from the bits like that. So I always sort of try and focus on knuckles. Which one, Emily? There's been a couple, I think. I want the cupcake one when that eventually comes on to her store. I think it was only exclusively for patrons, is that right? The cupcake. I love that one. Is it the Queen one? I like both. Tanya, what about you? Are you... Oh, yes. Yes, it's beautiful. I have seen... I think I've put that in my basket. Yes, I did. Is it the Harvest one? Let me show everyone if people weren't aware of which... I'm sure I've put that in my basket. Let me have a look. 2 seconds. I think I put it in my basket. I don't. Yes, I did. I did. Okay, so Christine Karen has a new one called The Last Harvest, which is this one. Oh, she doesn't. Oh, okay. So I wonder who got the... Because I've seen people coloured it, the cupcake. Is it on her store and I've just not noticed it? I'll have to have a good look after. Well, anyway. I know, she's got such amazing talent. I didn't know she didn't have one. Okay. Cinnamon. And also Colour My Dreams Monya Gates has a new page on her Etsy store as well. She's got I think it's her last Halloween picture of the year. So go check that out as well if you've not had a look on Etsy today. Okay, so we've got to put some cinnamon in very lightly on the grayscaled areas. I want to keep him really pale actually. Yes, Kenny, isn't it beautiful? I really love that one. It's so whimsical and cute, and I like cute little things like that. And that definitely appeals to me, so I'm waiting for it. Right, I'm just going to colour that bit of his hair as well. So, yeah, Etsy is one of those deep holes for me because there's so many PDF pages that I possess now. It's not even normal. But there are times where I just flick through them all and they just make me happy, even if I'm not colouring them at that precise moment. So it's up to me, you know. If I don't colour them, I don't colour them. If I do, I do. It's there if I want them. Or if I decide that I don't, then I don't have to, you know. Either way, I've supported an artist, so that is always a good thing. Okay, so I'm just putting the cinnamon into some shadows. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. But yeah, I'm either going to head to a Mystic Art Mirrors and do just different media. I just want to do different mixed media on that. So that's why I've just got my brain in. I've got to get busy on one of those pages, definitely. So if you want to join me on that, you can buy the PDFs. I like both. I love a physical book just because I love looking on the shelf and picking it up, you know, and it's also distinctive to see which one's which, unless it's Create Space books. But I do love a PDF because I can print them on different cards. But then you can also scan your images from your books, guys, so don't forget that as well. Okay, let's go for some, was it Murk? I'm going to go for some Murk. Ah, thank you, Connie, I'll see you later. Yeah. Oh, really? No way. Thank you for telling me, Lou. I must do that. You can download that Christine Karen cupcake picture that I was referring to for free via her website. I must try and do that now. Well, not now, after the stream. No. Where on earth have I been? Which world have I been living in? I did not see that. Thank you. Now everyone knows. Thank you. Okay, so let's do these lips as well. And then let's bring in some Fawn. As I said, I want him pale. Is that one of those little pale choir boys? I'll go back to Murk. Ah, that's so nice. I did not know that. Thank you. I love to find out little information snippets like that. That's like, you know, big information for me. Finding out about these little treasures that I'm just in the dark about. It is like uncovering a treasure when you find out that, you know, one of your artists that you love has got a free page out there and it's so cute. That is a treasure. Forget your gold. Let's have a colouring page. Okay. Chip is snoring his little head off. Bless him. And let's go to our light Mocha. And I'm just going to go from the outside, which is the darkest area, and I'm going to just blend that inwards. Now I'm going to have to put down a little bit more of the Fawn, I think, or Murk. So again, I'm going to go from the outside. Okay, so if you go to the home page of our website, it's look for free download at the bottom. Okay, thank you. And that's for those of you that are listening and lurking as well. If you wanted the cupcake, go to Christine Karen's Facebook. You'll have a download, like a link to go to the site. Go to the bottom, click the downloads. Okay. And then we're going to go for Murk. Sorry, it's still the same one. So I might have to put some more shadows in. Does that look okay? Let's have a look. I've still not finished her cloak. We've still got to add the highlights, like the other blue into that. I've not finished that. Okay, so with the wood, it needs to be a darker wood. That hand needs to have a little bit more shading. So let's go for our cinnamon. And I'm just going to go, you know, like I would if I was doing the shadows again, but I'm going very lightly. Shelley said go to the events for cupcake PDF. Is that in her? Oh, you're not bad, Robin. You're not bad. No one's bad. Is that on her Facebook? Sorry. Does have... Oh, Susie just downloaded it as well. Okay. I'll be on the hunt after the stream. Once I've said hello to Andrew. Because he is due home. Mr. Colour and Chat will be home any minute now. With a big box of his new uniform. Facebook. Thanks, Kenny. Okay, let's have a look. Whilst we're here, should we have a look? Right, let's go to Facebook. Oh, I've got 7 notifications. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're in the UK and we have lockdown coming again on Thursday and you're wanting some toilet roll, good luck. I went today. That is the toilet. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again on that. Look. That was the toilet roll aisle. I was like, seriously. So go get yourself some toilet roll. Oh, crazy, crazy, just crazy. Okay, so let's go to Christine Karen. Is it in a colouring group? Okay, so if you go to Christine, right, Christine Karen is this one, Christine Karen Colouring Collection Fan Group. Yeah, again. Go to events, go to Sweet Temptation 300 members celebration, and there is a free download link, and you can press download, and there it is. Alright, so just to let you know. Oh, Kenny, stupid is as stupid does. Seriously, it has been crazy ridiculous. Honestly, I can say that now. Okay, and then you just print it off. Let's print that off. And let's turn our printer on. Would help, wouldn't it? Right, let's print her off and show you if it will connect to the printer. It will be great if it will. It won't print. Why does it never do what I want it to do? There we go, we're printing her off. We're printing her off. Okay, and then I'll show you it. So that's where you get it. And I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're doing cinnamon in his hands. Is it Steve's birthday? Happy birthday, Steve. Which is Emily's. Is that Emily's Steve? Am I right? Okay, let's have a look at this gorgeous page. Okay, so this is free, guys. I love this so much. This is free. It's so beautiful. I love it. Look at that. Look at that cupcake. Look at her beautiful face. I like this new style that she's doing. You know, this style with this kind of face that she started. Like in her calendar as well. Like this style. She's doing these like bigger eye. I love this. I want her to do more of this. Like these big-eyed, doughy-eyed girls. See, I can imagine her with like golden ombre, like brown into caramel, and like a sort of olive skin. I can imagine that. Or alternatively, big red hair like Merida out of Brave, and freckled skin. So isn't it gorgeous? Like, I love her. This new style. I want more. I want a whole book of this style. I just love it so much. It's beautiful. Okay. What's the time? Okay, I'm going to do about another 10 minutes. Yeah, it looks it, Marilyn. It really does. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I'm just doing some more cinnamon, and then we'll quickly work out some... What is it? 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 What is some colour for the wood. I want it quite dark wood though, like dark brown, not any red in there. So yeah, go download your, and then put a thank you in her Facebook, which I'll do after the stream, to thank her for the freebie, because yeah, she's put her hard work into it, and although she's thanking us, there is a thank you back. I know, aren't they beautiful? We're so lucky in this community. Honestly, these artists, what they have grown and evolved to in all of their pages from like the beginning of their journeys themselves, it's just amazing. I always think that. Okay, I'm just going to get some Midnight, and I'm just going to go under his chin. And I'm going to bring some hair into like this bit here. Okay, so he's quite palish, which I'm quite liking. I don't, you know, I don't want it to be another way. Right, so let's work out a little bit of dark. So we'll do this bit of wood here. Oh, thanks, Shell. This was just nice and pale and easy, actually. I like to do like bigger portraits, and the only thing is I did want to bring a little bit more dark into here. Let's go for a bit more cinnamon, you know, down by the nose. So sometimes I really do like a bigger portrait to play around with. But this is just nice and small and simple, isn't it? D, yeah, the smoke, yeah. We'll do that with some light. That's what I said, we're going to need one more session on this, but it won't be too long. Okay, let's go for some chalk tone. You do skin amazing, Shell. Okay, and let's go for, and how's hubby? Have you done your 14 days now? Has he done his 14 days of isolating? Okay, so we're going to put, the wood is going to be like a bit textured. But yeah, if Mr. Colour and Chat comes in soon, you'll hear him, and then, well, you'll hear Chip first. And then I'm going to bid farewell for today. And remember, next Tuesday as well is going to be the same time, so 2 PM my time, which I know is quite early for some of you, okay for others. Yeah. Do you know what, Della? It's actually, I mean, stockpiling in terms of like buying ridiculous amounts when you see a little old person in the aisles with nothing, I don't like that. But if you're sensible and like just put a few extra bits away here and there so that you've got a nice little supply, that's sensible. But like today, give you a prime example, I had a really, you know, annoyed, frowny expression today. So 2 things. One, there was some toilet roll left, and it was the most expensive brand, so Andrex over here, and it was a 24 pack, so it was like £10 for some toilet roll. And this old lady rounded the corner, her face dropped. Now, out of a pensioner's money, £10 on toilet roll when they live alone, when they don't need a 24 pack and they can't possibly carry that on the bus, is devastating. And then you have people working in teams, so they send out the mum with a trolley, the dad with a trolley, the son with a trolley, the daughter with a trolley, and they're taking 9 packs, 4 or 5 of them. It's not fair. Hey, here's Mr. Colour and Chat. Go get Dad. 1 minute, guys. Andrew's home. Go and get him in. Oh my gosh. So that was my only like thing, and it's the teamwork. Sorry, 1 minute. Go and get him. Go on. Go and get your dad. Don't bark at him. Go get him. Go on. Go see him. Go see your dad. Good boy. So that's just like my little mindful bit, that you have to be mindful of like that type of person, you know. Okay, dark tan. So it's just about, you know, sensible really. So putting a few bits aside as, you know, the months have gone on is sensible. But leaving a little old person in the aisle with something they cannot, one, afford, and two, carry, it's quite disheartening. Oh, they are. It's more the thought behind it, isn't it? Hello.
Hello. Oh, hello, Chair.
You have to come say hi to everyone.
Yeah, out of breath. Hello, everyone. Look at this box I've been lugging.
Have they got a handle?
Not properly.
Is it heavy? What you got in there? I was telling everyone that you passed today.
Uniform.
Yeah, but have you got shoes in there as well?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the whole shebang.
Everything.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, Kenny, they do here, but what they're working in tag teams. Okay, going back to my choco tone. So you wouldn't know that those people are together because they branch out in the supermarket. You know, that's what's happening here. They said hello, Andrew.
Hi.
Yeah, he's got a big box. He's just lugged home.
Yeah.
So let's see the uniform then.
I haven't even opened it myself yet. I need to get out of all this.
Yeah, go and get yourself hands washed, out of those clothes. Okay, I'm going to go for midnight. And then I'm going to say goodbye for today. I've had a really nice afternoon with you. And then, as I said, next time we're going to have to compile. I might do the... So Saturday, we can finish this. And we can maybe do the... I'll try and plan something for Saturday. Either a tag, or we can compile like a beginner's thing for everyone that comes into the hobby. Yeah, he did, Lou. He passed yesterday. So he's after... since March 19th, I think. So I'm just using these three colours for the minute. He has been unemployed until now. Don't forget, Andrew's always had his own business, like self-employed. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of an adjustment having an employer because he's so used to being able to pick and choose his own hours. Okay, dark tan again, you know, it's been handy for me if I've ever needed him. I could just phone him and say, or we can, like, if we had something that we needed to do, he won't go into work that day and he'll work another day, and he can't do that anymore. So we've got to work around this new schedule. Midnight.
Yeah, but did you tell them I didn't just pass, I got...
Alright, Mr. Big Head. He's like, did you not just tell them that I didn't just pass, I flew through it? Is that what you were going to say? You passed with flying colours?
No.
What? You passed with 2 driver faults?
Yeah, and the examiner has not seen anyone drive like that for a very long time. And
he asked him in a year's time to apply to become an instructor for them because of... Yeah, I mean, that's his history as an instructor, really. Oh, thank you, Mary. Ah, thanks getting back at you. Okay. Go and get out those clothes. Does anyone else do that when their partners get in? It's like, get out of those clothes. Go put something else on that you've not been out and about in. Okay, I quite like that dark wood. Ah, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for today. Next time, we'll do the hook. We'll finish off her cloak. So I've got to do all the light blue and all the shadows deeper into that. And I'll do the gold off stream. So remember I said I was going to put the gold trim, the gold button things, and these as well I'm going to put in the gold paint. But I'll finish off this and we'll do the smoke so that it gives her an atmosphere. So Yeah, do you know he really wanted to do that, Lou, but there was no vacancies for that one. It was buses. But he would love to do the train. Thank you guys. I've had such a nice afternoon. Thanks for listening to me waffle on as usual. And as I said, we can finish this off on the next one because we're so close. But thank you all so much. I'll see you. Remember, next Tuesday is going to be 2 o'clock, same time like today. 4 o'clock usual on Saturday. Until then, stay safe. Have a good a good week. And I'll see you then. Bye everyone. Take care.